Ooh, welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March the 28th, 2026. We're going to be talking about TNA Sacrifice and WWE Smackdown because we're getting closer to WrestleMania. Nick Aldis made another match for WrestleMania. Well, he made two. He made a United States Championship match, and he made a match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. I will tell you guys more about that when we get there. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't watch the TNA Plus pay-per-views because I don't have TNA Plus. I don't have that app, so I do have the list of the list of matches we have for the pay-per-view. Sorry, I'm working. I'm doing my 2K my universe mode. We got Kalani Jordan versus Jada Parker. They have that in real life, having a rivalry with those guys. My game is working a little good. After I deleted deleted, I installed my 2K24. It's been working well. It hasn't turned off on me or reset on me before yet. I hope not. But I'm still having these connections problems. I don't know it's because my controller is acting up, because every time I play my controller, sometimes it blinks. And if I wanted to sign in with Xbox, I just sign in with with a controller. So with my controller, it keeps blinking. It keeps taking me out of my account. It's really annoying. And I have my headphones, and my headphones needs the controller on to make it keep I could use it. So yeah, I do remember multiple times this thing been dropped a lot on the floor, so I bought a new one. I didn't know Xbox controllers are still so expensive. I'm almost spent $80 for a controller on Amazon today that I will be getting tomorrow. It's the same color as this one. It's the very same as this controller. I'm not trying to get no personalized one. I was going to get a red one, but it was almost $100. So no, I'm not doing that. I'd rather spend almost $80 for a controller, because I'm hoping that this is why I keep getting kicked out, is because there's something wrong with my controller. Because if I want to sign in to my game or to my Xbox, I had to sign it in with a controller. So I'm hoping it's because of that. I don't know if it's because of 2K. I don't see a lot of people complaining about this, but I see it too many times with me. I'm just hoping that it's just my controller acting up. I bought a new one, and I'm trying not to drop it multiple times. But yeah, I'm hoping that's what it is, because I almost spent $80, and I want to play my game, but it always cuts out, and it always blinks, and it turns off on me, or resets on me. The controller doesn't turn off. It just blinks. When you see this light on, that means it's connected, and then it just blinks, and then it kicks me out of my thing. Or it says, oh, you have to turn on your controller. Excuse me, it's blinking. I can't really do anything about it. I know it's not my batteries. I got chargeable batteries. They're charged. I almost have half a bar, but still, it's not. I don't think it's the batteries. It has to be because of this. Because I remember I had the controller and I didn't have my headphones in it, and it still did the blinking. It's not the dang headphones. It's this dang controller that I think I broke because I dropped it multiple times. I didn't mean to. But yeah, so I get a new controller coming in tomorrow, and hoping that this thing works and I could play my game right. Because I tried to do a Flammer versus Red match. It wouldn't stop blinking. It wouldn't stop stopping my game because it needs to be connected to a controller. My account was not linked, or I don't know, I guess linked, because the controller was off. I don't know if it's because of this. I have no idea. We will figure it out. Well, I had to figure it out. See what's happening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got TNA Wrestling Sacrifice We heard about the English brand comes out. I don't think they have a match, but they talk trash about the legends, because the last couple weeks they've been harassing these legends: ODB, Goldilocks, Mickey James. So I guess they were talking trash about them again. I just spit on my finger. I guess they're talking trash about them again. ODB comes out, and she had a friend, Taryn Terrell. If you don't know who Taryn Terrell is, she's a former Knockouts champion. And she was good in the ring. I enjoyed her. She was a referee before she was a wrestler. When TNA started doing female referees for the Knockouts matches, was a little weird. But yeah, she was a female referee for the Knockouts matches every time they have a match. So yeah, that's what, and then she turned into a great, she had a great rivalry with Gail Kim. Great, I think they had like a last Knockouts match, a ladder match. She was great. And then she made a return to TNA after all that happened. And then she came back, win the Knockouts Championship, had a faction called the Dollhouse. And then she left after she lost the title. And then now, almost a decade ago, she comes back and wants to help ODB to face the English brand. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. England says, oh, now I could beat up the old lady. So there's 3 of us now, and there's 2 of you, because one of the Heather or M says there's 2 of us. They didn't include M, and then ODB brings out Terrence Terrell, and then some reason this guy says, oh, I could beat up ODB now. And now there's 3 of us. I'm surprised Personal Coach Aaron didn't say, there's 4 of us. But the guy's, he's a wimpy boy. But ODB says, right, the 3rd person. And it was Mickey James. They came out and attacked English brand, and I guess they're having a match. Speaking of matches, Daria was talking to Tasha Steelz. They had an exclusive thing that happened on Sacrifice. And it will be Trey Miguel versus Mustafa Ali at Rebellion for the International Championship. Speaking of Mustafa Ali, Order 4 and the System, they have an alliance. Agent O is going to take care of Moosey Boosie. And for that, the System says we're going to win all the titles. But Ali did tell him that I'm going to win the international title. So not all the titles. But Eddie Edwards says, yes, you're right. But he said that when we win the titles, we will give you guys a shot at the championships. So they have alliance, and let's see what happens there. I think that's all the segments I remember. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on the pre-show, we got Ryan Niven versus BDE. BDE is trying to get his first ever singles win. He got a 6-man tag team match win with Rich Swann, Trey Miguel, and himself, but he never got a one-on-one win, a singles win. And he tried to get the easiest guy to get a win, and that was Ryan Niven, but he still lost to Ryan Niven. BD, you lost to Ryan? I understand Nick Niven. Ryan? The Hollywood Dunk? He's not a hunk, he's a dunk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot one more thing. Chris Bay announced a new member of the TNA roster. And it's going to be Ricky Sosa. He signs with TNA. That's pretty cool. I never seen this guy wrestle because my TV was acting up. So I couldn't watch it when he had his debut. I'm hoping I get to watch one of his matches soon. But people are saying he's good in the ring. And people went nuts when they heard about Ricky Sosa getting signed to TNA. So he could be good. I want to see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another pre-show match. We got Tessa Blanchard. We'll be versing Jody Threat. Okay? But to win that match with the help of Myla Moreau, Tessa Blanchard won the match. I almost said Jody Threat, but Myla Moreau is teaming up with Tessa Blanchard, not Jody Threat. Next, the main show, we got Leon Slater will be versing Eric Young for the X Division Championship. This was Young's Peas Are Fired X Division title match. The winner of that match, and still the champion, and will be facing Cedric Alexander at Rebellion, will be Leon Slater. We have Frankie Kazarian and AJ Francis will be versing Elijah and the Hometown Man. The winner of that match was Frankie Kazarian and AJ Francis. And we heard that Frankie Kazarian and Elijah will face each other at Rebellion as well. We have Ariana Grace will defend her Knockouts Championship in the Triple Threat match against Dani Luna and Li Yang Lee. And the winner of that match, and still the Knockouts Champion, was Ariana Grace. And then we have Order 4, Mustafa Ali and Tasha Steelz will be versing Trey Miguel and Jada Stone in an intergender tag team match. The winner of that match was the Order 4. We have Moose with Alicia Edwards versus Eddie Edwards. The winner of that match was Moose by disqualification because Agent O attacked Moosey Moosey. And then we have Mara Sade defeated Elena Black. I don't know why I said that. In a no disqualification, Mara won the match. We had the System, Brian Myers and Cedric Alexander versus Jeff Hardy and Vincent. I thought it was for the tag team titles, but it wasn't. But ladies and gentlemen, we figure out who attacked Matt Hardy. It was the Righteous. When Jeff Hardy did a swanton, you see on the Titantron, Matt Hardy beat up with Dutch standing in front of him, or beside him. It was the Righteous that attacked Matt Hardy. The System gets the win because of the distraction and Vincent's evil smile. We have Mike Santana versus Steve Macklin. Ended in a no contest for the World Championship. I don't know what happened. The last thing I saw is that Mike Santana putting Eddie Edwards through a table. I don't know what happened. I don't know Eddie Edwards got involved and did something. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have Friday Night Smackdown to talk about as well. I need a drink because I'm hurting my throat. Oh yeah. Cold. And busy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre match at WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu comes to the ring and talks about how he's beaten and all that. And Drew McIntyre trying to get rid of Jacob Fatu. He lists of the things, put him up, attack him in the car, smashing him and all that stuff, throwing him off a building, all that stuff. And he says, I'm still standing. So Drew McIntyre comes out. He has a whole bunch of things to say. And Jacob Fatu did say that Drew McIntyre is trying to take food off of my kids' plates, out of their mouths too. But Drew McIntyre says he doesn't care. He says, screw your kids. And it looks like they were about to fight again. But Nick Aldis stopped the fighting. And he says, Drew, you have your match at WrestleMania. You have a match at WrestleMania. You got what you wanted. A match at WrestleMania. You and Jacob Fatu. WrestleMania. But Nick Aldis doesn't want to be blamed what happens. He doesn't want WWE to be blamed. So that means that match at WrestleMania, it will be anything goes, but it's going to be on sanction. So if something happens to them, Drew or Jacob can't sue WWE or Nick Aldis. Because now, it's not in their hands. So Jacob Fatu will be versing Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. We knew that was going to happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, Randy Orton blames the fans for the voices to make people hurt. He says it's not the voices that's in his head, it's the fans of voices that makes him hurt people. And he says there is one person that's not in my head that he's talking to. I thought he's going to announce it, but he got interrupted by Matt Cardona. It looked like Matt Cardona was about to have something to say because he had a microphone in his hand, but he just stormed into the ring and Randy Orton was telling him, are you stupid? You want to get hurt again? You want me to break your other arm? And all that stuff? Matt Cardona gets in the ring and smashes Randy Orton in the head with the microphone. And it looks like Matt Cardona wants Randy Orton, and Randy Orton told Nick Aldis he wants Matt Cardona. Nick is not happy about this because Matt Cardona is not 100%. He's not even medically cleared. But Randy says, if you don't give me this match, I don't know what's going to happen if I don't get this match, what the voices will say to him. So Nick Aldis had to say yes to this match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next we got is our first match, the Bella Twins versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. It was an okay women's tag team match. It was pretty okay. The winner of that match was the Bella Twins. Lash Legend and Nia Jax was at ringside, was watching this match, and Lash Legend punches Alexa Bliss in the face while the referee wasn't looking, and the Bella Twins gets the pin. I think Brie Bella got the pin. Charlotte Flair was pissed, yelling at Nikki and Brie, saying, Lash attacked Alexa Bliss, and you take the cover. And then Nia Jax and Lash Legend attacks Bella Twins and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They want to do the same thing they did the last 2 weeks, destroy everybody until their Monday Night Raw opponents from Madison Square Garden, Bayley and Laura Valkyria comes out, makes the save, and gets rid of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. And then you just saw when Brie Bella was celebrating with the other ladies, Bliss, the Bella Twins, Charlotte Flair, Laura Valkyria, and Bayley. Charlotte Flair just shoved Brie Bella down because she's still not happy what happened during their match. Well, next we got Rhea Ripley versus B-Fab. Rhea Ripley calls out Jade and her little baddies, and she wants to fight. And Jade Cargill says, you want to get B-Fab. This match didn't even last long because Rhea Ripley wins by DQ because of Jade Cargill attacking Rhea Ripley. And B-Fab, Jade Cargill, and Michin laid out Rhea Ripley. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kit Wilson shouldn't talk trash to Mr. Danhausen because Danhausen had a question. Why is Miz mentoring you, but he doesn't want to mentor me? And of course, he thinks he's all manly and he's hot and all that stuff. And he just made fun of Danhausen. So Danhausen cursed Kit Wilson. Just like Miz. Miz just stepped in gum. And his package went to Romania. His packages, I guess, Amazon packages. He's not happy, and he says he's going to sit in an empty room with no sharp knives, no TVs, anything that he could get hurt from. Because he got hurt from a ladder 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Kit Wilson had a match with Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll had his first match in Smackdown. It was an okay match. Jelly Roll wasn't really moving fast. It was an okay match, but the fans went nuts every time Jelly Roll had the upper hand. But the winner of that match was Jelly Roll. He gets his first win, celebrating with his kid, and high-fiving all the fans. Speaking, ladies and gentlemen, Jelly Roll saw the tag team champions before his match, but you saw R-Truth getting the clubhouse back together because he thinks the Judgment Day is back. Damian Priest says, no, it's not. And some reason, R-Truth thinks Jelly Roll is Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley comes out to congrats them, but he still thinks that Mommy and Dominic is back together, and Liv Morgan's not going to see it. You shouldn't let Liv Morgan see. Oh boy, R-Truth is losing it. I think he has Alzheimer's. He has something. The guy can't remember what he's doing. Does he know he has the tag team titles? Does he know that? I have no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Carmelo Hayes had a open challenge for his United States title. Sami Zayn accepts it because he's not happy. He's not a happy man because Nick Aldis gave Trick Williams a match at WrestleMania. We don't know who the opponent is, but he told Sami Zayn, you don't have a match at WrestleMania. But Sami was about to leave, but he had an idea, and he attacked Trick Williams and told Nick Aldis, I'm going to WrestleMania. He accepts this match against Carmelo Hayes for the United States title. It was an awesome match. I enjoyed it. But the winner of that match was Sami Zayn because Trick Williams grabbed some weird spray can and tried to make a distraction by throwing the United States title in the ring for the referee. And then he accidentally hit Carmelo Hayes with his spray can and Sami Zayn with a hula kick. Sami wins the United States title. And Nick Aldis told Sami, you are going to WrestleMania. You're defending the United States title against Trick Williams. We knew that was going to be a match, but does it have to be a championship match? I have no idea. We had Julia versus Tiffany Stratton. Stratton's trying to get the Women's United States title. It's hard for her because now she has to worry about Kiana James and Julia and all that stuff. Kiana James was helping Julia. The winner of that match was Julia. Well, we have Randy Orton versus Matt Cardona in our main event. Matt Cardona was not supposed to be in this match. You see him with his cast, and Randy Orton just wants to hurt Matt Cardona. The winner of that match was Randy Orton. And then you saw a bus pulls up in the parking lots. We saw in the Titantron. It was Cody Rhodes. And then they put him. They have it on commercial, and if you're watching on Netflix, you watch Cody Rhodes walk through the whole hallway to get to the ring. He was getting stopped by security guards. He talked to Jelly Roll, and oh my God, I think it was a little pointless to give us that. I didn't really care for that part, but we got Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton brawling it out. Security guards tried to stop them every time, but it won't work. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton keeps destroying each other and throwing the security guards, attacking the referees. Nick Aldis trying to get involved, but at the end, everybody was separated because of the security guards. Jelly Roll gets in the ring and tries to talk to Cody Rhodes, tries to talk to Randy Orton. He goes back to Cody Rhodes. He wasn't paying attention. Randy Orton attacking security guards to make trying to get away, and then he RKO's Jelly Roll. He's ending all the friendships. Matt Cardona's, Cody Rhodes, and now Jelly Rolls. He wants the WWE Championship. Poor Jelly Roll. He had a match, he won, and now he got attacked by his own best friend, Randy Orton. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw, I believe. I don't think there's anything happening this weekend. That's all me today. Time is out. Bye!